In today's video, we're going to be playing 1,000 rated Blitz chess. Will we win? Will we lose? I don't know. But we're going to warm up with the rapid game first. All right. Let's go to chess.com here. Get everything going. All right, we're going to get a rapid game. Throw on a little bit of synthwave. Oh, no, that's a Blitz game. All right, we accidentally started with the Blitz game. We're going to play a rapid game right after this. This is a grave error on my part. All right, 1b3. 1b3. We ain't messing around here, buddy. All right. Typical stuff, typical stuff. All right. Get our knights to the center. So I'm lollygagging. But this will end. All right, get all the pieces out. Let's try to make sure we got the soundboard set up, guys. All right, block with the pawn. All right, where do we go here? I suppose let's attack the knight. Probably going to get a castles. Defends. We go for a cheeky shenanigans. No, castle first before you start cheeky shenanigans. Another king castles. Now our shenanigans begin. Alright, so he takes. Assuming we retake bishop first. Ah, classy. Classy maneuver. Did we just lose a piece? Wait, what?
Oh dear.
Did we just lost a piece? Hold on. Oh my goodness. That was a bad warm-up. That was a bad warm-up. We're still in it. We're still in this. Get everything to the center. Activate our pieces. Going for a quick checkmate. We will not oblige. Alright, how do we attack? Maybe this pawn? The C pawn? Yeah, I'm thinking let's open up this C file here. Let's attack. We'll do a little marching. Interesting. We're going to attack the bishop. Opening this up is probably good for us. Maybe we should open it now. Let's do it. Knight could take. We'll recapture. All right. Cheeky. We'll take the knight. All right, opponent thinking. The opponent is officially thinking. It's official. Because the clock is ticking. All right. Now, should we retreat is the question. Most assuredly so. The question is to where? Actually, let's push the pawn forward because we could take with check if they choose to ignore it. Oh my goodness! I just hung my queen! All right. This is bad. This is bad.
Enemy engaged.
But we're locked in. We're so locked in right now. How could we possibly mess this up even more? We couldn't. Let's stay here. This pawn is trapped in the center. They may want to get the queen maneuvering. All right, good move. Good move. How do we prevent this loss? We're gonna lose everything. I mean, the bishop can go nowhere. We could have gone to the corner. That's a sad existence. We push on. Maybe they'll move their queen here. If they move their queen here, we could win the game. And by win the game, I mean take the queen and still lose.
Don't be ridiculous.
Well, that's what it looks like to me. I don't think the opponent would go there. Just wishing upon a star. We're in a little bit of trouble here. We are in a little bit of trouble.
Bruh.
All right, we've hung the queen. Let's take a pawn. All right. Let's move our pawn forward.
Access denied.
1 minute left. And we are struggling to find a move here. Maybe a check. Not yet. Save that check. Save that check for a special day. All right, we'll just bring this. What? Oh my goodness, that was a check! Wow. Looks like a pretty severe loss. I can hear the train coming for me. There's not even a way to defend this. Okay. No stalemate. No stalemate for us. All right. Opponent was well prepared, and you have to give them credit. Well done, Abu Saleh, 93. Let's do a little review. See what we did wrong, what we did right. I mean, just hung the queen. Very sad. It didn't even feel like it was an option on the board, but yet it was. It was our primary choice. So what do we do here? Well, let me... It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Am I right? A little coffee. Oh, it's caffeinated with some cream and sugar. Sorry, I don't mean to drink or eat in front of y'all. All right. Bishop retreats. So we're fine here, actually. We didn't need to do this. Probably should have just... Oh, this is bad. So what is this? I didn't want to start the shenanigans. Well, I don't understand the idea. Just moving the knight's fine. All right, we ended up in a fine position, and the bar is barely moving. So let's move on. This is the error. This is the error here. Now we did our shenanigans. And we couldn't. We could not do these shenanigans -1. So we needed to take first into the fork. We needed to take into the fork.
He needs some milk.
But instead we took the bishop. We needed some milk. All right, does anybody see this?
Major fracture detected.
All right, we're supposed to retake with the pawn. Putting the fork. So if he retakes, we can just take another piece. I wonder which is better. The knight, of course. Oh, they're both pretty bad, actually, according to this. Maybe you attack the bishop first. And takes. No. What is going on here? Queen takes? So this would be very bad for some reason. Oh, I see why. Ah, okay. Because you can't recapture with the queen. I didn't even realize how strong this bishop was. This bishop is so strong, you can't even recapture with the queen. So, of course, you're going to take the knight in that situation. Make things a little more complicated for the opponent. Makes sense to me. All right. Got to the center. Traded the knights, and it was just game over. It's just game over here. But, look, we're going to fight. We're not going to give up because you'll see this!
He needs some milk.
Hanging the knight. Pushing the pawn into check, and we blundered the queen. So, this isn't a good idea here. We move on. We live another day. And by live another day, it's a slow stranglehold of not being able to live for much longer. Okay? Let's try to say that without using the EAD word, if you know what I mean. All right. We won't do that anymore. Well done on our opponent. Let's get our rapid game in. All right. We saw where we're at in Blitz. Let's see where we're at in rapid, and then we'll just go back to Blitz. We're gonna do the 1,000-level Blitz grind. So for this, I'm thinking the Philidor Defense Black Lion variation. It's not too late to play a Sicilian. I'm curious what happens if I play the Sicilian. All right, let's play the Black Lion variation. All right, bishop hitting the f7 square. We've been sacrificed on this square too many times to count. And hopefully there's no shenanigans today. Thematic move. Oh no, this is the wrong opening here. All right. I digress. The question is always e6 or e5, right? e6, guarantee you it's a good move. e5 sometimes is a poor move, but it's harder to take advantage of, I think, for the opponents of this rating. All right, let's get that pawn defended. No f7 shenanigans. How many times have we seen a knight come here and they just sack on f7 and we lose? Too many to count.
Access.
We're going to deny access. Alright, we have to think. Do we want to push the pawn? What is our opponent threatening? What are our weaknesses? Alright, I don't see what the opponent's threatening. They want to bring the bishop out somewhere. I'm curious if we could push into the center and then get our bishop out. Let's just attack the bishop for a tempo and then we'll fianchetto. Oh, this man's just fianchetto! Who saw that coming? Alright. Big question here. He's going to push. Push is inevitable. How do we meet this inevitable push to d5?
Interesting.
How are we going to stop d5? Alright. Usually it's like a rhetorical question. You ask that question, oh, how are we going to do this? Let me tell you right here. I'll tell you exactly how I'm going to stop it. But, okay, I'm not sure. I'm thinking we push first. Takes with the knight. He'll recapture. We'll take. And then maybe we'll lose the queen. That'd be pretty good for us. Let's just go ahead and push this, and this may be good for us. We're going to look to attack this way anyways. You typically want to attack in the direction the pawn chain is facing. We'll attack on the king side. All right, we saw the push. We expected this. We expected this. We're going to have to do some knight trades. The queen's going to come to the square. Queen is coming to d4. Queen to d4. All right. So we're pretty defended on the dark squares, actually. Castling, probably not a good idea now. Trying to see, how could I hit the queen? Our dark square bishop's a little blocked in, eh? But if we move the knight, then all of a sudden we start making threats, potentially. Alright, let's reroute the knight. I'm just scared that if we put it on the d7 square, we're going to block our queen, which probably isn't great on the d7 square, but at least it has an opportunity to give us a chance to castle in one turn. So we're going to go for that. Could work. This could work, people! Alright, strikes the center. Strikes the center. Let's castle out of this. If they break open the center, we don't want our king in the middle. This would be devastating, and we are pinned. Our pawn is pinned eventually, not now. It has some potential. Actually, let's open up the rook and the bishop simultaneous, even though we have a pawn here. Bishop maneuver, closing the rook immediately after we opened it. It's okay. Alright, queen is attacking the pawn. We need to get our queen out somewhere. This is a dangerous maneuver. Sacrifice. Alright, this is what the opponent's threatening. Major sacrifice here. How are we going to meet this? We're going to have to trade it off. We're going to have to... Oh! The fork we talked about turns prior.
He needs some milk.
Alright, this looks like an L. That's tough. Alright, we called out the fork, but I suppose I was worried about a sacrifice. There is a greater threat on the board. Alright. Got us good. Push on, and we persevere. We don't want to trade. The last thing we're going to want to do is trade pieces. We need to get counterplay, restrict their pieces. I'm considering moving pawn here. It doesn't do much, but at least I can rook lift to start attacking the queen. That's the idea. Rook is coming in. Rook's coming into the second rank. It would be nice if we could attack, but alas, we cannot. Alright, rook is coming in, and we have to be prepared to meet this rook move. Let's attack the queen first. Just a classy move. Unfortunately, it's not enough. Queen moves. Maybe we prepare our own sacrifice. Hold on now. Surely this is unsound, but maybe if you get a rook involved... Maybe if you get the rook involved... Yes, but how are we protecting our rook? It's go time. It's go time. We're down 3 minutes. Bad position, but we're not giving up. We just have to reroute the knight to an ideal square. Let's maybe bring it to the central. I think our little sacrifice idea got blown up. And if we move our knight to the central square... Oh, he may take... well, he didn't take it. Surprising. So he had the bishop and the rook. What?!
Emergency. User dead imminent.
That... Okay. Well done. Well done on our opponent. They bested us here. Let's see what happened. What went wrong there? It didn't feel like we were in that bad a position. I mean, it didn't feel good at all. Let's try to make ourselves feel a little better here. All right. So what happened? Maybe it's... Look, this music's a little intense. How about this? How about this? Nice and easy. Can I change this? Hey. Alright, nobody came here to see you dance. Continue on the plan. So I did think about moving the pawn here, which is just fine, and we would end up in a different opening. A6, good stuff. Alright, so we're supposed to take advantage of something here. I suppose hop the knight to the middle. No? What am I taking advantage of? They want this massive trade? Alright, yeah. The engine wants the massive trade, but we don't play massive trades. We're trying to keep these pieces on the board. Alright, so we get our fianchetto. Pawns come down the center. They're marching. They're marching! They should be in a band, because these pawns are marching.
Oh no.
Alright. I'll work on my jokes. So we got the push, but we weren't sure how to meet the push. 0.2, 0.6, okay, so it wasn't the best move we chose. Yeah, I'm not sure. Simply castles? Those simply castles. And that makes sense, right? Because you want your king to castle when they blow open the center, and that's why we had the castle on the next turn. As soon as we had a moment. Ah, so what happened here? Hold on. This knight hop was bad. This was a bad knight hop. Are you supposed to counterattack the knight? No. Why is this a bad knight hop? It seems all fine and dandy. This is a bad knight hop here. Well, I thought trade. Queen comes to the center. Terrible. According to the engine, not ideal, not what we're going for.
He needs some milk.
We needed some milk, but luckily,
He needs some milk.
we got some right here. Gets our little calcium in. All right. And now we're in trouble with this pawn here. We're not dead in the water, but we have to be extremely careful. For example, trying to attack the bishop. And then falling prey to this tactic, as we did in the game. Which we even called out in the game. We said, oh, there's a potential. Where do we call this out? Like back here. As soon as we castled, we said this pawn is pinned. It's got the potential. And then we lose it. We lose the queen. We lose the game. All right. Well done on our opponent to find that. And they're all alone. It's just Mike alone. I wonder, was it better to move the rook? I mean, you go from +7 to +8.6 for white, so actually it was better to move the rook, ironically, but still losing. And then how did we not see this? I guess I just didn't notice the queen. Towable. Towable.
Major fracture.
All right, we got to be better than this,
detected.
guys. I got a feeling we could do better than that. All right, so that was our rapid game. We're all warmed up now. We saw what they're working with. No weird bishop checks into a pawn taking queen to make a queen. It's a checkmate 2 turns later. No more. We're going to try our best now. All right. New game. Blitz. A little blitz never hurt nobody. Don't quote me on that. Do not quote me on that one. All right. What should we do here? 1d4 every single time? 1b3. Had a little jazz stream earlier today. And we did 1d4 every single time. I don't know if I'm playing the Catalan, the Queen's Gambit, but I am trying to sacrifice the C-pawn when I'm playing this 1d4. We ain't no Londons here, sir. No thank you. Alright, what is... We strike the middle. Let's move our pawn up. This is never a great move, but I think it's a fine move. This move's just fine. What? Why? Couldn't tell you. Alright, let's prepare to take the center. We're preparing. Oh no! Alright. What is it? Alright, let's get out of here. What is it? Amateur hour? What is it? Amateur hour? Alright. Let's prepare. I hadn't decided if I wanted to take with the pawn. We could get a connect 4. Are we going for connect 4? We should, ideally. It's what you want to see on the board. Not because it's good, but because it's fun. And look, we're going to get it anyways. We're going to get it anyways. I had a feeling, but I didn't want to jinx it. Couldn't deny. Oh! Wow. Gonna have to trade queens there. I wanted to keep the queen on the board. Oh, okay. I have to trade queens and bishops. What is this guy doing? Alright, I can hear the trumpets coming. Let's castle. Let's castle. Trumpets were coming. Let's get our pawn forward. We got the connect 4 we were seeking. So this should be strong for us. Maybe we can reroute the bishop. The bishop's defended. What if we could induce a pawn move? Surely that's not good for us to induce a pawn move. We don't have a dark square bishop to take advantage of the weak dark squares. We won't do that. Let's get the rook to the center. Minute 17 to 2:18. We have to move. Where did our time advantage go? Alright. Attack the knight. Knight is protected, but... Knight's trying to fork the rooks. Not gonna let that happen. It is defended. Oh, he's giving us the e7? We'll take it. Don't mind if I do. And then we'll come in with the knight. Probably gonna end up in a trade. Little tradesies, little tradesies. Alright, how are we gonna make a threat? Maybe just double the rooks for now. I'm just not sure pulling the rook back does anything. His bishop, oh my goodness, this bishop is trapped. Can this bishop go anywhere? One square. The bishop has one square, and we could take that away. Let's take away the bishop square. Oh, he's looking to trade rooks. That's no fun. But look, we'll... Oh. The bishop comes out, and then we attack, and the bishop... No, the bishop's going to take our pawn. Immaturity at its finest. Alright. Would be nice to move this pawn. But there's not really a way to get there that I'm seeing. Could come back this way. Alright, we gotta move. 17 seconds? Are you kidding me? We gotta go. Ah! This is not good. We are not being chillin'. We are not being chillin' with 13 seconds to go. Goodness gracious. We're gonna fight to the end. Alright, move that rook. Move that rook. Not there. Move it, please. All right. I honestly don't know what to do here. 8 seconds. Oh, we lose it all. We lose it all. This is not good. Is that rook trapped? No, not even close. Not even in your wildest dreams. Gotta take there. Oh! Oh, I was supposed to take that.
Access denied.
Okay. We're just gonna go ahead and lose that game. We had a miss. We had a miss. It's never gonna happen for us. It's the 760. You can't be missing out here. All right. Let's see. What did we do wrong? It felt like we were calm and collect. Good vibes. Chilling. And all of a sudden, we lost the thread. All right. So we do our typical 1b3 maneuvers. Get the pawns all pushed up. Got that dark square, light square dichotomy here. Gotta love it. Knight's off the board. And look, opponent finds an incredible resource here. Doesn't end the game, but they're starting to put pressure, and that's what you're supposed to do. You want to put pressure on your opponent in hopes they'll make a mistake. The issue was we made the mistake 10 moves later. Bruh. So this big trade happens. We castle, so we could hear the train coming. Even though the bishop's protected, yeah, let's just get out of the center, and then now we can fight. And finally, we get the connect 4. So I got so excited I started moving the bishop. We got the connect 4 on the board after castles. Love to see it. You love to see it. The valuation bar, plus 0.37. How can plus 0.37 be bad? All right, probably should have en passanted here. I think this is a mistake not to en passant here, but we would have ruined the connect 4. And honestly, the valuation bar is plus 1 if we don't, and plus 0.4, plus 5. Sorry, I should say, if we en passant. Okay, you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. My mistake. I can't talk. It's okay. We're warming up. We're warming up. We're getting loose. Little loosey-goosey, loose and goosey. I wrestle with alligators. I tussle with a whale. Put handcuffs on lightning through thunder in jail. You know I'm sick. Just last week I hospitalized a brick. All right, that was a paraphrase of a Muhammad Ali line. We'll get the actual phrase in next stream. All right, a little caffeination situation. Let's see what we can pull out here. Another blitz game. They're cool. Oh, we had a miss. What are you going to do? You had a miss, your game might go amiss. If you have a miss, your game might go amiss. That was a totally unnecessary joke. All right, we're going to do some Sicilian tings, get everything out in the center, very principled. No tricks. What is this? What is this? I don't think you're supposed to lock in the bishop like that. All right, let's keep this bishop trapped as best we can.
I am not at all sure.
I don't think it's great maneuvering. Ah, okay. He's trying to get the knight to the center. Classy. And we'll just... All right, so what's the threat? He wants to push. Let's clog up the center and not allow that. Not sure which way to take. Let's take this way. Oh, the diamond. Let's hug the knight. Hug the knight. Trade off our bishop. Good night, bad bishop. You know what to do. Trade him off. That's principles.
He needs some milk.
Okay. So what do we do? What are we looking for here? You have to develop the queen, but this knight is just a little bit in the way. So as we said, trade the good knight for bad bishop. End up with the pawn in the center. I suppose castles couldn't hurt. Castles, maybe we'll march up the F-file. Say hello. But what does marching up the F-file really accomplish? It just opens the rook more, maybe for a potential lift. Then we could be in front of the king. Let's push forward, because also I'm noticing we could block in the queen. Actually, yes, it would be nice to get the bishop. Ah, okay. We're going to have to abandon that plan because there may be some shenanigans with this take. So I'm just going to reroute and we're going to attack this. Meanwhile, they have tripled pawns. Surely that's not good. We'll find out. These pawns need some milk.
He needs some milk.
All right, he's going for the queen trade. Except he can't retake the queen. So, not a trade. And take the rook. Alright, if we took back with the queen, we would have issues. We have to stop this pawn from queening. That's the opponent's threat on the board. So we will do so post-haste. Oh. Little light square shenanigans. We'll just attack that. Alright, and we got the pawn. Attack the rook. Prepare to get the rook in the game. Be careful, you cannot take back this rook. Well, hold on. Do we sack the queen? Are we sacking the queen? No option given. We'll come around. We'll come around. And I'm thinking we're just going to take this bishop. We're going to take this bishop and trade the rooks. Yeah, let's take the bishop. We're going to check the king. Check the king on f4. All right, let's march up the pawn. Just put a clamp on this square because I want to back up and check the king. Ah. Let's attack the rook. And threaten checkmate. All right, square is clamped. Now we have our queen maneuverings. Let's go ahead and get the rook involved. All right, get a little health pack right here. We don't want to stalemate. As long as the opponent can move that rook, we should be okay. All right, the opponent should take that pawn. That's pretty logical, but I think this will do it. I think this will do it. All right, almost played the wrong sound there. My apologies. He wants another one. All right, we're going to give it to him because he's from the Dominican Republic. Hola, mi amigo. Yo practico español hace desde 2-3 años. Así que hablo poquito español. All right. Do we attack this knight? Push forward, takes, and then there's no pin. All right. What even is this opening? I don't play this. This looks like some e4 nonsense. I'm not an e4 player.
I am not at all sure.
I am not at all sure. I'll be the first to admit. I'll be the first to admit I'm not an e4 player. All right, do we want to... What? Where's the bishop go? What is the opponent threatening with this light square bishop they just opened up? Let's just shut it down. Shut her down. No hops. No jump skips. All right, A4. This is like a GM move. I don't know if this works, but I see the GMs. They're always moving H4 and A4, and there seems to be few issues. This is just such an ugly pawn structure, though. Yeah, so we're going to have to meet in kind with B4 because we want to get the bishop on the diagonal. This pawn is weak. Loosey-goosey. Loosey-goosey. Alright, this feels like we're going wrong somewhere, but we're running out of time. The knight's coming in. And I don't see the answer. So we save the pawn. Alright, retake with queen or the juicer. Hard to say, hard to say. We could go either way with this one. All right, knight comes in. Opponent is starting to apply the pressure. The pressure is on this pawn. All right, so he wants to retake the bishop, but I think that's fine. Castle, get safety. We have to go. 1 minute and 14 seconds. How are we in so much time trouble? All right, I don't think this is a great move. We literally just opened up their bishop, but we have to move. And I should have retaken with the pawn as well. All right, so when the knight defends it, it's better to retake with the pawn, methinks. All right, no worries. Let's get the knight into the center. Maybe they'll trade off the bishop. All right, I love this. We got the 2 central pawns. We have 1 central pawn. I thought we had 2. I thought we had 2. We had the 2. Opponent had the access denial. All right, we have to move. We have to move. Get the queen, threatening the king somehow. This rook trade. Why are they trading? All right, we'll take that trade. Put our knight on an outpost. I don't know how we're... Okay, defending the bishop. Can we defend this bishop? I'm not sure. Operation Defend the Bishop. Operation Defend the Bishop. Expecting a bunch of trades. Opponent didn't go for it. So we should check and put the king in a tough spot. I like this. And now we open up our bishop. Oh! This looks good. We'll come around here. 30 seconds. We don't have time to lollygag, though, is the issue. All right. Let's come this way. Probably not the best move, but it's safe. Hard for the rook to attack it. All right, we're looking to get the bishop involved. And the king can't move. All right, we're going to go for this. Whatever happens, happens. Maybe we should have moved the pawn. Check that. Attack the pawn. It's go time. It is go time. 18 seconds. How are we defending this pawn? All right. We've got to defend this pawn with our life. 15 seconds. 15 seconds. We could make a move happen here. Ah, opponent was too clever, eh? Well, we're going to go for this trade. We have 10 seconds. We're pre-moving. We're pre-moving. Someone's going down. I don't know who. All right. Might lose a pawn here in all these pre-move shenanigans. Is there like... Oh! Well, you don't want to see that ever. But that's okay. The rook holds steady. Rook holds steady. King can't cross. This king's going to have to dance. All right. Come on! Ah, okay. Clever. Clever. We have an option here. We have a maneuver. Ah! I thought we almost had a checkmate. All right, El Brony. Mi amigo. All right, what did we play last time? What did we play last time? I like this opponent. This guy's fun. But they're dangerous. Alright, this shenanigans got us in trouble last time, so no shenanigans. I've seen this maneuver a lot where people trade off the light square bishop. I don't know if it's good, but people do it, so someone must have told them it's okay. Alright, we're blitzing. Yeah, we're playing blitz chess, so we're going to blitz. Alright. Can we threaten? Let's try to hop back in. Ah, clever opponent. Maybe we'll get a knight takes. Knight takes would allow us to come in. All right, perfect. This is what we wanted to see. Whoa, what's happening? Is this good for us? Is this checkmate? No, it's not. Blunder. That's a blunder of a knight. Yeah, it's me. All right, we're going to take this knight. How do we not blunder? Strike the center? Strike the center may be the way forward.
Interesting.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Good trade off the queens. They're threatening a little bit. Alright, let's go for it. No time to mess around. We have to get the rook involved. I think a rook sacrifice may work. Alright. Alright, let's keep pushing. It's time. It's time to go. It is time to move. If you ain't moving, you ain't grooving. Everything's opening up. Everything's opening up. If this queen moves, we get a check. So we want that queen to move. Alright, opponent's thinking. Maybe we take. Maybe we take. Clever move. Should we simply attack and threaten checkmate? I don't know if that is checkmate. Threatens check and we can move the knight in. That's what it threatens. Alright, opponent may take here. And we're gambling with our life. Oh, wow. Clever find by the opponent. Give the opponent all the credit on that one. So is it better to check? No, because again we lose it. Move the knight in. Alright, hopefully we can get a checkmate here. I don't know if it works. If not, we have rook lift backup plan. Train's coming. Train is coming. Alright, opponent is stopping our shenanigans. We're going to push. We're going to push for it, though. Come on! Hanase! Okay. Oh, wow. No! Are you kidding me? Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me? I messed this up. I don't know how. I messed this up somehow. I don't know what I did.
Major fracture detected.
I mean, the opponent is very talented. But come on now. We had a loading stutter. Oh, into check. You going for the perpetti? The perpetti? What? He's going for the checkmatey? Wow. Well done. Well done on our opponent. I want a rematch. I want a rematch. Come on, Elbron. You can't leave on the win. You can't leave on. He already rematched me twice, and now he's going to leave. He's going to take the win and go. All right. He took the win and left. Bronny, he thought, I don't know how I ruined this. All right, look, just lackadaisical chess. Lackadaisical chess. It's not going to end well for you. Maybe he's analyzing the game. So let's do the same. All right, you got the analysis bar turned on. I think, have they done the subscription analysis bar on chess.com? I hear there's going to be a subscription analysis bar. I kid, but it could be serious. So we go for the trade. I see people do this. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. I just see people do it. And they march down the middle, retreat the knight. They're coming for us. All right, we get the knight in. And then we're crushing. We're crushing here. Couldn't possibly ruin this position. Impossible. How could you?
Don't be ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. All right, so we're going to go ahead and ruin this position. Mate in 3. Who sees the mate in 3? I'll wait. No, I'll wait. Hold on, I'm looking around. I'm looking for who sees the mate in 3. Does anyone see the mate in 3?
Emergency. User dead imminent.
I think it was this way. Wow. Wow, missed this in the game. We defended. We needed to ignore. Alright. The last didn't come to pass. But still, mate in 6. I should see these mate in 5s. Alright, mate in 4. I really should have seen mate in 4. This is mate in 2. Yes. I don't know why I didn't take this rook. I saw this in the game. And I said, let me get my rook in. Let me get my rook in. No, that's how you lose. I needed to simply get my rook to this square, and we're fine. Alright. And then we lost the rook. Alright, we blunder the rook. But we're still winning by 10 points of material. So, somehow we blunder that by moving the pawn forward. I just don't understand. Should have moved the king back, and there's no more checks! There's no more checks! Grave error here. Alright, and then we get checkmated. Get on the opponent.
Cute. I'm with the science team.
Should have told the opponent we were with the science team. Let me crack a window. Let me crack a window. Time and temperature check. It's about 70, 80 degrees, and I'm in front of a radiator. Alright? That should be good. Well done to our opponent, El Brani. They had the skills. They backed it up. We were able to take a winning position there for a brief moment in time. A suspended moment. Was not to be, not to last. That's okay. Alright. It happens. It happens. New game. Feeling good about this one. Feeling real good about this one. Hold on now. Hold on now. I'm just not a fan. Not a big fan of that song. I'm sorry. Sorry to kill the vibes. We're gonna go Sicilian. Opponent took the W. We played 3 matches and then they ran away. Now we probably had to go, so you're not gonna blame him. But hey, left on a win. Little convenient. That's okay. All right, we got our Sicilian tings. We could go hedgehog style. What is this bishop? Is this the new cutting-edge technology? Everybody just traps the bishops? We're going to keep the bishop trapped. We're going to do the same thing we did last time where we saw this trap the bishop. Don't they do something weird? They're going to bring the knight out and then put the bishop on this square. I forget what they did. I know we came to the center. I'm trying to play the exact same game. All right. I don't know. We're just going to move a6 here. I'm not too worried. All right, they're giving us a hook. They're giving us a hook. No ladder, just a hook. So we try to take it, get to the middle. No Greek gifts. Let's get the bishop to the center. Then we'll get the... We're going to have to trade, eh? Let's carry on. I want to see if we can get a sacrifice in because their knight is blocked. Ooh. Clever. Wait. We lost the rook on that one. This is blitz chess, though. We got to speed up. If we speed up, I don't think it's actually that bad for us. So we have the diagonal. I want him to trade, actually. I want him to trade and give me a bayonet. I want him to trade and give me a bayonet. All right, now we're in front of the king. We want to break this way. We want to break this way. We want the center to open. So then we can start getting the bayonet activated. All right, activate the bayonet. Question is, we're gonna have to take. Right. Oh, did we just hang this? No, this is with check, and he takes back, though. We have to intermezzo here because we almost hung our bishop, which still may be hung. Is this one of those, like, techniques where you can checkmate? Is this one of those checkmating techniques? We go back. Only square for the king. We come forward. Well, we may have to take the perpetual. Is there a sacrifice? Do we have a sacrifice? Do we have the cookies? Do we have the cookies in the jar? I don't know why he would give up the queen. This could be checkmate. Oh, I see. The knight moves backwards. Knights move backwards. Probably should have took the knight, eh? Had a free knight. Why didn't you take it? Alright. Let's just slide on back. This is a bad position, and our time is running low. We'll just take this. It's a double pawn, double pawn! We're looking to get a bishop involved, and we will now. I like the bishop here. We'll push the pawn up, and now the rook never has that checkmate idea. Maybe we can run the king out to safety. Should we lock the pawn? Yes. So we have 32 seconds, and I don't see a better way. So I wanted to come down and check. Move here. He's going to get both the rooks on the file. But we're running away. Disconnected. Don't do that. Miguel Eduardo. From Portugal. You're killing me. Bruh. I can't say it. No, he's killing. He deserves the win. He deserves. I'm not going to let him auto-resign. Is that? Give him a draw. He abandoned. Is that bad sportsmanship? I don't know. Is that bad sportsmanship to resign a game where you're basically losing, but maybe you got a chance? I mean, Miguel had that game. Wait, hold on now. Wait, this was dead even? Well, thank goodness. That's why we offer the draw. Don't resign. Never resign. They teach you that day one. Chess Principles 101. You walk in on the board, it just says 2 words. Never resign. All right. Let's get our little Black Lion variation of the Philidor defense set up. Very strong. All right. They're playing it interesting. I just keep seeing this locked-in bishop. This is crazy to me. We're going to have to study this cutting-edge technology. I'm just going for the pawn push. I think the pawn push is what we tried last time. Yeah, he puts the knight somewhere funky. Just attack the knight. Let's just drop the bishop back. I just don't understand. Could move to break open the center, but that's not what you want to do with your king not castled. Takes. Let's move the knight in so we can prepare this takes. Could see bishops take. Pawn push, bishop takes, knight recaptures. Yeah, that seems fine. All right.
Interesting.
This could be okay for us.
Bruh.
Don't quote me on that one. We're rolling. Is you rolling? I might be. Let's try to redirect the knight from the center. So he's going to retake with the pawn. We're going to take with the knight for the sole purpose of getting out of the center. We can continue this push. So here, takes. Okay, maybe that's actually not great. Maybe that's actually not as good as one once hoped. Another pawn of the party. 5 pawns in a row. How could this be bad? Okay, so they did. Oh, they did go with the bishop. Let's just take the bishop and get out of dodge. Get out of dodge. We're hiding in this corner. We're hiding in the corner. We probably need to get the rook out. The 4-pawn strategy. Is that a maneuver? This can't be a legal maneuver. Double bishop, quadruple pawn. Oh, he's threatening our quadruple pawn. To that, we push on by. Yes, I'm allowing the queen to peer over here, but maybe in the future we can drop the bishop back and threaten the queen. So what is the threat? The threat is I'm breaking everything open, buddy. That's the threat. Okay. Slide up. Take this. We want to push our pawn. All right, push the pawn. He takes the bishop. We take with check. Captures with the king. We check. He retreats the king. The light. Oh no. We would lose the light square bishop in that scenario. Let's just do a calm drop back. Now we've pinned the bishop to our king. A little pinning the bishop to the king action. Ah, clever. Well, you know what? It's time to go. We're eyeing this square. We're pushing this pawn, and this bishop is pinned, but it can still put a threat. King's gonna go. Ah, cheeky, cheeky, cheeky. So I'm expecting the knight to jump in. No knight hop in. Ah, he prevented my plan. So if I move, he takes with pawn. We don't get that push we wanted. All right, let's get the rook in the game. Thinking, I was gonna say queen here and then just get the rook in. Queen g3, rook h2, and then we lose the rook to the knight, but we're gonna take the knight first. So queen, and then we're going to take the knight, and we're going to put the rook in and hope that we can have shenanigans. But the thing is, they're going to push the pawn and be able to defend it at the end of the line. We're going to fight. We are going to fight for our shenanigans. Ah, okay, so it takes 15 seconds. No time to calculate. We go. We go. It's time to go. Bishop next. How are we getting the bishop in the games? Big question here. Bishop. Reroute? Reroute this way? Alright. A little calmer song. What was that about? Drop in. Forward. 2 seconds. What? Whatever they do. We're going for a check. They may check us. They may check us. We have to be prepared to move the king. I guess we run between the pawns. Ah. I don't know. This seems strong. This seems powerful, what we're doing here. Ah. No! Was this checkmate? It wasn't. It wasn't checkmate. All right. No worries. No worries. It was false alarm. We were losing. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. We were losing. All right, let's do one more game. See if we can kind of look. We had a great game. 2, 8, 9. I'm not even going to review that game because I think we did excellent. How could we have possibly improved? We're going to have to look at that later. All right, 1b3. Get everything to the center. Should we go for the double fianchetto? No. Let's go for the sneaky take pawn. I don't usually like to do this because it feels like a trick. But alas, we will do it. Sometimes it's even better to move the bishop back to the g3 square. It likely was fine there. Let's get our pawns situated in the center of the board. And now bring everything to the middle. Bring the knights this way because I'm not sure how I want to castle. Ah, okay, restrict the knight. We're going to castle queenside. We're castling queenside. Ah, he's targeting our weak pawn. Targeting our weak pawn. Okay. This opponent's no joke. Let's defend the pawn. That's funny. Oh, no, because he still takes with the queen. Wow. Well, that's okay. We're just going to trade it. We're just going to trade it. King's in the center. This isn't even a bad position. This seems pretty fair. We're still going to attack on the c file. But I don't want to quite sack yet. Where does the knight want to go? Where does the knight? Let's attack the rook while we figure out where we're putting the knight. Oh, I guess. Well, we'll attack the rook once more. Where's that rook going? Where's that rook going? Not a lot of squares. And now we break. Attacking the bishop next. Very good on our opponent. We proceed. Attack the bishop once more. Pawn push. It's not the pawn push. I mean, the rook could check us here. We're just going to take it. They could trade. I think we win that trade, actually. It would have dropped a piece. We have to defend this pawn. They could bring the knight in. Yeah, we could see a knight trade happening very, very soon. Probably going to want to trade this, eh? Trade it. Push up. Our light squares are non-existent. It would be nice to take that bishop, but I think it results in a loss. Actually, no. This is fine. This is actually extra okay. So should we take and ruin the structure or lock in the king? Let's just lock in the king. Then we'll start taking pawns. I'm not sure how we'll defend the pawn because we have the pawn push. He wants to trade and we have the pass pawn. I don't know if that's winning for us. Okay. Yes, I would like to take one extra pawn and then trade the rooks. I think that would be better. And now, let's go into the trade. Does this guy want to draw? Alright. King's locked in. King's boxed in. Let's go this way. He could check us. Oh, he went underneath. Let's trade them all. Let's trade them all. Alright, if he takes our pawn, we take his pawn. And we have this nice h4 maneuver. Just kidding. Let's bring our king in. This is dangerously close to checkmate. I think this is good because we can take the pawns. Yeah, we're just going to take the pawn. Abandon the defense of everything. Now this pawn cannot be defended, so we're just going to snatch that. Then begin the push. We're going to walk with our king, both pawns. Alright, where's this guy going? Alright, this would be winning if they trade rooks now. We have a check. We have a check if we want it. Alright, that rook cannot be taken and the king cannot advance. So we're going to push this way. Alright. Should be able to... Could do a Lucina position. Okay. And this is a checkmate. What? Alright. I don't know where we pulled that out. We got lucky. We got lucky. We pulled that out of Soundboard. 3 great moves. We were just finding it all one after the other. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Can't be mad at it. Alright, so that was the last one. Alright, I want to thank everybody for making it out to the stream. Y'all are awesome. You're wonderful. You're perfect as you are. Hope you have a great evening, and I'll catch you on the next.